Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Nerd View. Getting ready to give you guys another figure review on the Transformers Legacy Series Armada Starscream. And gotta say, guys, I am super stoked to have this figure. Full disclosure, I am a big fan of Transformers Armada. I believe it was the first series that I was exposed to, aside from Transformers, I believe RID, where Prime was a fire truck that could combine with Ultra Magnus. I remember like a few episodes of that, but I distinctly do remember the Armada series. It was very near and dear to my heart, so I ended up having to order the whole series to rewatch while I was overseas. And so I definitely had a nice long nostalgia trip while I was over there. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and take him off his stand here. And before I get into the video, I gotta let you guys know the test raffle, or the raffle, is still in effect, currently going till July 31st, on the Deluxe Proton Cannon Iron Man. So if you guys are interested in winning that, go ahead and hit up that Cash App in the description below. $2 per ticket. Send me your name, the number of tickets you're trying to buy, as well as a code word that's going to be written on your tickets going inside the cage. And without further ado, let's take a quick look at the packaging here. We have the Armada Starscream packaging, Voyager class. There's nice artwork right there on the front. Nice artwork on the side right there. I love how they're getting the figures or characters into more action poses on the sides of the packaging. Kind of give us a more in-depth kind of look at them. And then you got some more characters on the side over there. And then of course you got a mock-up right here of the figure on the back of the packaging. And other than that, not a whole lot else going on with the package. Moving right along. I know you guys want to see a few comparisons, so currently I'm just doing one comparison in vehicle mode for the most part, because I'm still currently teaching myself how to video edit, cut and clip and do all that good stuff. So I'm going to be comparing him with the Voyager class Starscream from the Siege line, the F-22 Raptor. I believe it was the F-22, or F-14 I believe this might have been called. You see how that looks. This wing is a little bit spaced out because during the transformation kind of popped off, but I popped it back on. So you guys can see how that looks. G1 is a bit bigger over here, a little heftier too. You guys can kind of see what that looks like. Not a bad representation of the Armada Starscream as compared to his G1 counterpart. Definitely feeling the love there with the Decepticon logo on the wings. And of course they did homage the G1 concept with the two missile type deals over here. Well, the rocket launcher missile type deals over here, they translated over here into its own Armada interpretation, because I don't believe this is a real plane of any kind. I've never seen that before, other than the series. And the vehicle mode for this Starscream does, of course, incorporate the original toys function right here. It doesn't have a mini-con or anything like that to plug in, but these two cannons can flip forward just like so in vehicle and robot mode. So that's a nice little homage. Glad that they were able to incorporate that part into the new figure. So let's go ahead and take his pieces right here. Just taking a closer look at this guy, cockpit and everything. Some nice detailing in there. I like the line work. Looking at his underbelly here. Pretty simple. And now let's get into the transformation, shall we? Okay, so what I like to do, because I've played with this thing maybe like once or twice, kind of transform. His legs are kind of folded in on each other and kind of stacked up right there in the middle. So what I kind of like to do is just like separate this piece right here. You can take his arms right here and straighten them out to kind of get them out of the way a little bit, get a little more clearance. Then you kind of just break these legs apart, just pop them out. and then they're gonna unfold as so. And these little panels right here, you can just fold those in. And then flip his feet down like so. And then fold his heels out. Just want to repeat that on the other side. His feet kind of panel in right there, and these little ports right there on the sides right there, so you just be careful with that. Straighten his leg all the way out. Close the panel. Fold his foot down, reach in there, and flip the heel piece out. I think it's pretty cool how they were able to incorporate either peg holes or weapon ports on the bottom of the feet right there. That's pretty cool. Kind of like what they did with the Siege figures, how you can kind of port different pieces of Transformers on the bottom to make them like bigger, more intimidating figures. Then you want to take this part right here by the cockpit and fold these two flaps down. Bring the torso forward and just fold that down till it pegs in right there. There's a nice little peg right there that'll peg into this port right here. Well, this peg will port to this port, so it plugs in nicely. And by that time, this piece automatically pops the head up, so the head will be already up. So you can just bring the arms forward like so. Let's go ahead and bring his hands out. Pop these little panels open, and you just flip his hands out like so. And then, last but not least, you just gotta flip this panel down right here on the back and just rotate his wings like so. And you have Armada Starscream all transformed into his robot mode. Pretty cool looking design. Definitely does capture the original look overall. I've never had the original Transformers Armada Starscream toy in hand, because I was a broke little kid growing up, and my parents were like, "Oh, you get one Transformer for your birthday, one toy for your birthday, one toy for Christmas, or whatever, you know." So I never really got to get whole sets or collections of any just one line as a kid growing up. But now I'm an adult. I'm a big old grown guy, so I can use my paychecks to buy my own figures and complete my own collections and whatnot. So, but yeah, pretty cool looking figure. I definitely do feel like it does look like how he was represented in the cartoon, as well as the figure from back in the day. So go ahead and put his weapons in. See how that looks. He has the Star Saber. I'm hoping they go ahead and give the Star Saber a new rendition, make some mini cons that can actually combine together to form the Star Saber later on down the line. And if memory serves correctly, his little sword deal over here, that was his wing from the original toy. You can just take the wing off and just unfold it, and it'll become the sword here, similar to the show. So I kind of feel like they skimped out or cheaped out, just making a little stiff piece of plastic right here. They could have just figured out a way to unpeg or port off the wing right here and just have it fold out, similar to the original toy. But it works. That way you get to have him having both his wings still attached, and he has a sword in his hand, so not too big a deal. So let's go ahead and get some comparisons here. First up, we're gonna bring in, let's see, the Leader Class Siege Starscream, Coronation Starscream, which is really just a Voyager Starscream with more steps and pieces. Then of course we have the Dorito Starscream from the movie. A lot of people rag on this design, but I'm not too mad about it. I definitely do like this design a little bit. I mean, it's a rendition of the movie version, so I mean, it's okay for, I think, artists to create their own version or concept of certain characters. And then let's go ahead and bring in the G1 or G1 painted first movie Starscream. Nice. A little fun fact for you guys. I originally did have the old Universe Starscream, G1 Starscream. It's like a little bit shorter than this guy. It's like about that big. So, but I ended up trading that figure for the movie G1 painted Starscream. And I was pretty bummed out about that later on in life once I realized how big of a value that figure was. But I traded him for this one and the Skywarp version like this. So I believe the values were equal at the time, but now that Starscream is probably ridiculously expensive. And now let's go ahead and bring in the Combiner Wars Leader Class Starscream, back when Leader Class figures actually meant Leader Class, and not what they're doing today when they just say it's Leader Class, just give you more pieces of stuff, more kibble. Let's go ahead and bring him back out. I love it when they always include, like, you know, the crown for Starscream and different iterations. And another little fun fact for you guys, back when I was a kid, because I desperately wanted so much so to get or collect the Armada figures, I went ahead and built my own. Yep, my own Armada Optimus Prime right here. I built it out of cardboard, aluminum foil, a lot of glue, tape, screws, and whatnot. So I think I did a pretty good job on him. I even gave him a head articulation right there, a good range of articulation. Obviously, like 20 pieces fell off of him over the last 18 years or so, but you get the concept, you get the idea. He's actually held up pretty well over time. So Hasbro, if you're looking for a toy designer out there, hit me up. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, so I do definitely think that this Starscream is a great interpretation of the Armada version or variant. Let's go ahead and get down to the articulation. Brass taxes, let's see what this guy can do, right? As far as articulation goes, his wings do articulate back and forth, of course, as a part of the transformation and whatnot, with the rotation. You can fold them back and forth a little bit. You do, of course, get the cannons that can flip forward. No mini kind of activation, though. The head does rotate side to side, tilts up, down. You get the shoulders that can move out to the sides that far, down that far. You get a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows are part of the transformation as well. No wrist swivel or anything like that. You do get a sort of a waist swivel or cut right there. Then you get legs that kick out to the sides pretty far. It's like super far. You get upper thigh cut. Then you get a single jointed knee. Well, yeah, it is single jointed, but it bends way further than this if you flip the panel out, of course, due to the nature of the transformation. And then, of course, you get ankle pivot, as well as back and forth motion in the feet with a nice little rock there. And of course, if you need to move the ankle or the back part of the foot forward for posing or anything like that, you can do that as well. So you get a good range of articulation with this guy. I do feel like he is worth the like $33 or so, personally, because, you know, the nostalgia hits so hard with this figure that I feel like it was necessary to get him, just because, right? And you get some ports, of course, on his forearms right there that you can utilize in vehicle and robot mode as well. Like I said, guys, great interpretation of the figure. I'm glad the Armada line is coming back. I will be getting all of them. I pre-ordered 4 of the Commander Optimus Primes from Armada, 3 Megatrons. I have all 3 of those Megatrons here now, and I have like 2 Hot Shots. And I'm just eagerly standing by and just waiting for more Armada figures to come out, because I will be getting them all. I missed out on a couple of the Energon figures, but no biggie. I will be trying to reacquire those as well, so I can try to rebuild the entire let's say Unicron trilogy and figures. But that does it for me, guys. Appreciate you all for coming out, checking out my video. Hit the like button, please comment, subscribe, share your thoughts so we can get to know each other a little bit better. Let me know what you think. And also, if you guys know anyone that is interested in winning the Deluxe Iron Man, share this video with them or tell them about it so that they can go ahead and buy their tickets so they can enter in to win, because the only way to win is to play. And as always, you all stay safe out there. Later.